In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create your own filter page to manage your many filters in your Power BI reports. I'm going to show you how you can easily set it up and also why you should consider doing it in the first place. All of that and more. So without further ado, let's get started. Hi, my name is Fernan and welcome to the Solutions Abroad YouTube channel where we cover tips, tricks, and best practices when working with Power BI. I upload new videos every week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified when a new one is out. So let's jump right into this example report that I created for you today, which is pretty much the exact same orders data sets that I use to demo. So let's jump right into this demo that I prepared for you today, which visualizes the sales for a fictional company that sells groceries. What I've done is I've created a couple different pages here. So you'll see that for every page, we have a couple of different visuals. We have some card visuals, we have some charts, tables, and at the top here, we have some filters that allows you to just, tweak and choose what you want to see in these visuals. So maybe you want to just see a specific category of products and see the total sales for that, see the quantity or unit price, how the sales are doing for a specific time period. And maybe you want to do that as well on the different pages. So here is an exact same version of the first page, but you can basically have multiple pages in Power BI that you might want to filter the same way. And if we go back to the first page here, you'll notice that on the top side of our Power BI report page here, we have all of the filters and the slicers that we want to use and that we can use for this page. So we can select categories, different products, different time periods, and it only works at the moment because there's not a lot of filters that is available to us. And also we've sort of formatted it this way. So what do I mean by that? At the moment you can do it in a drop down, but obviously you can have a different view for these. So you can maybe have a list, but it won't fit if you do it with a list. That's why we're doing it as a drop down at the moment. And if your main goal with using Power BI is creating a self-service report, you want to be able to give the ability to slice and dice your data and your report pages as many ways as possible. However, the problem you have with that is obviously the more filters you want to add means more space will be taken by those filters, and space is really important, as you know, if you're working with Power BI reports. And this is where it becomes really crucial for you to create something like a filter page, which is basically a page dedicated to slicing and dicing your data, which can apply to one or multiple pages. So let me show you how to set it up. So the first thing that you can do, first of all, is we can create that filter page. So I'm going to click here, create a new page. We're going to name this one filter, and we're going to hide it. And we're going to use a button to navigate to that. But the point is it will be hidden for your users if they are flicking through the pages themselves. And from here, we can start by adding a couple of different filter categories. So we can add the category, for example, change that into a filter. One tip here, so obviously we can do the drop down, but because now we're working with the whole page, not with visuals, we can just leave it as it is here. So just showing you as a list, and we have space for more filters, which is great. One tip, if you're using a list filter like this, with a drop down, you don't have this option, but if you are using a list, a great way to know what selection is being made is by showing the summary. So under slicer header, I usually turn on this thing, show summary. If you toggle that, and if you select a category value here, you'll see that it gets shown into the title itself. So it's pretty handy if you want to know what's being selected in those filters. So if you work with Power BI reports before, you'll know that having filters in a page only affects that page. So for example, here, obviously we've selected already confections. If you go to our different pages here, either page 1 or page 2, you'll see that it doesn't get affected. And to fix that, we need to do something and sync slicers across different pages. And to do that, we need to just go back to the filter page here, and we need to go to view and click sync slicers. This will open up a pane on the right hand side, which we can use to modify how our slicers are affecting different report pages. So if we select the slicer that we've just created, the category name list filter here, you will see that it's giving us a few things here now on our sync slicers pane. So you'll see now it's giving us all the pages in our reports, and for each of those you have two toggles here, the sync toggle and the visibility toggle. And if we just click add and sync with all pages, what it will do is it will check all of those boxes. So now it's synced, but obviously if you go to the different pages, you will, or you should be able to see this this filter. If you go to page 2 maybe, so you can see here, we can see the reports filter that we've created, but we don't want to show them in those pages. So all you need to do is go back to that filter and just untick the view or the visibility tick box here. So obviously you want, basically this is saying that if you select the filter here, it will sync and apply to all of these pages, but it won't be visible. It will only be visible in this filter page. So now we've selected confection here. If you go to page 1 now, it's now just showing confections. Same with page 2, it's also showing confections. And if we again change it again to something else, so their products, you see that now is affected or gets affected here in our different pages, which is exactly what we needed. So now let's go back to our filter page here and let's finish this up. So let's add a few more filters here just to make this filter pane a little bit with a bit more data. So that's it. So now we've created a page that filters all of the other pages that we have in our Power BI reports. So if you, for example, select a certain product here, you'll see that it affects all the other pages here because we've modified how this slicer works, where we sync it across all different pages, but is only visible in this page. So now what we want to do is, obviously we have this page hidden. We want to now create a button that allows us to navigate from any of the pages that we have into this hidden filter page. And to do that, we're gonna go to inserts, gonna go to buttons, and we'll just create a button here. We can just use this one as an example, but you can even use a different icon here, a custom icon for the filter. We can add an action. We can go page navigation. The destination is the filter, and we can copy and paste that to our different pages, which will lead us, if you click it, to our filter page here. And we can also add a back button here that allows us to just go back to the page where we were at, and you can do that. Click a button, click add back, and I think that already automatically sets the action to go back to the previous page. So if you came from page 2, for example, you went and sliced and diced your data here, change your product maybe, and if you hit back, it will take you back to page 2. So pretty simple. The last thing that you might want to do is to add a reset filter in your filter page. So if you, let's say, are working with multiple and many slicers, having a button that just resets all of your filters into default just saves you a lot of time instead of having to do it one by one. So to do that, first of all, you need to deselect everything. So all the filters that you have must have nothing selected. Now we're gonna use the bookmark. So we're gonna go view, I'm gonna open up the bookmark pane here and click add bookmark. So it will bookmark this view that we have here, which is where we haven't selected any filter. I'm gonna name this one clear filters. And then now simply we're gonna add a new button once more. We're gonna use the reset button. I'm gonna drag it here. We can create now an action. And this time we're gonna use a bookmark action, and I want to say if you click this button, clear the filters. So let's try that. So I'm gonna select a few things here. Let's make a few selections. And now if you want to deselect them, you can just click this button and it will reset your filter page back to default. And that's it. So you can see that now with all the filters removed, you have more space to work with and add visuals, which is definitely a boon when it comes to using a filter page. So you're not only freeing up space for your visuals, you're also adding a dedicated filter page, which means that you're giving your users a lot more options to slice and dice your data, which is great if you're aiming for a self-service report. Lastly, if you want to add something that just sort of signifies what type of filters are being applied to each of the pages, because now the filters are applied from a filter page, you can create a text that just gives you a summary of what's being applied into your report. And actually I covered that in a separate video that just shows you sort of a text of what sort of filters are being applied on the page itself. So if you want to know how to do that, it's super simple. Go check out that video. And that's really it for this video. I hope you now know how easy it is to create something like a filter page in your Power BI reports. Thanks for watching. As usual, give this video a like if you found it useful. Give it a dislike if you didn't, so I know to do better for next time. Ask your questions in the comment section box below so I can help you and you can help others. If you really like this video, we have a Patreon page where you can support the channel and get exclusive perks like early access, demo files, and credits at the end of these videos. Thanks again for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.